Good morning, family. It is Yamandi Adisa, and I'm just going to give you guys some reflections this morning. From Saturday, June 26th, until yesterday, June 28th, I was attending my June Goddess Retreat in Malakoff, Texas. We had a beautiful house out there. Water was there. We were in the country, y'all, but it was beautiful. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Out of all my goddess retreats, and I have beautiful goddess retreats. Oh my God, yeah, I can't. You're gonna have to experience that shit. That this shit is not something that can just be told to you. You're gonna have to experience it. But out of all of my goddess retreats, this last one was the one that fucked me up the most. It fucked me completely up, and Spirit was doing some things that was halfway creepy, halfway magical, all the way astounding. And I learned more about the correlations in the universe at this goddess retreat than I had ever learned about anything. Let me tell you something. I gave an example, and I know it's a graphic example, but I don't know another way to fucking explain how I feel about the June goddess retreat. It's kind of like when you are having sex. Now, if y'all watching me, go ahead and say good morning to me. Go ahead and say good morning. And if my June goddesses that are on here, y'all gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? Well, no, maybe y'all don't know what I'm talking about because y'all ain't never attended none of the other goddess retreats. But it was kind of like you're having sex and you have great sex. That is what my goddess retreats represent to me. They represent great sex, okay? So you're having great sex and you know you're going to get to that level. Things is wet, it's getting sloppy, and then, somebody slips out and goes into that other hole and it hurts like hell for a little bit. It hurts like hell, and you grit your teeth. And then after 3 seconds or so, you realize, oh shit, I think I like this. It was kind of like that. It really was. I kid you not. For me, it was kind of like that. Let me tell you something. Spirit has a way of turning everything that you think is a mistake into your healing. Everything about the June Goddess Retreat. I had it scheduled for 14 women. Spirit said no, 14 can't come. Only 7 women can come. And then you're going to bring in a very fabulous gay man. Not a little bit gay, but all the way gay, because he has to be authentic if he going to rock with you. So I brought in a gay guy to the Goddess Retreat, and he was fucking fabulous. I think he was the most feminine person out of all the fucking women there. I really do. And that was strange in itself. It was strange in itself. So you have all these women here, and I'm looking as a healer, and I'm looking to follow my agenda. And Spirit is saying, fuck your agenda. Fuck your agenda. This is not about what you want to do for your brand. This is about the healing of these women. So we're going to do a remix. That's what we're going to do. So I'm looking at all of these women, and I'm seeing a same tendency and a same chord and a same vibration in all of them. All of them. It is like they are all mirrors of one another, and they can't see it. They can't see it, but I see it because I'm seeing the same wounds, and I see how each of these same wounds is reflected and each one of these women, but because the experience has been different, the wound kind of looks a little bit different, but it's the same fucking wound. And Spirit gave it to me. Listen, everybody in here is 2 steps away from one another. So this woman is looking at the next woman. She's like, wait till I get to this next level. And I'm thinking, this next level ain't hard for you. This next level is only 2 steps away from you. You see, when you look at somebody or you don't like them, you see something in them that you don't like, you got to understand that that is your fucking mirror. And the reason why they are irritating you so motherfucking much is because Spirit is trying to get you to see something that is in you so you can check yourself. But if you don't have the bravery and the courage to check yourself, you're going to go across the mirror, be looking raggedy as fuck, and go outside looking raggedy. And we have so many people in our lives that are mirrors. And you're going to know that they're a mirror because they're going to give you a fucking strong reaction. They're going to give you a strong reaction of, I can't fucking stand this bitch. Or they're going to give you a fucking strong reaction of, oh my God, I fucking love this bitch. One or the other. That's what's going to happen. So when you get that reaction of, oh my God, I fucking love this bitch, what typically happens is that people say, I like this mirror reflection. But what they don't understand is that they like it so much because that is actually in them. It don't have to be no idol. The women that look at me and say, "Oh my God, Tiffany, we love you." Honey, I am a reflection of you. I am a mirror for you. If you want to get to where I am, all you got to do is straighten up a little bit, and then you're going to get the same fucking mirror reflection. That's what's going to happen. That's why mentoring or mirroring is great for people. But if you pass your mirror, and I'm telling you as a coach that your shit stinks, and this is the part of yourself that you need to clean, and you say, no, that's not me, you not looking at the mirror. You ever wonder how people go outside and you like, this bitch couldn't have passed the goddamn mirror. She couldn't have passed the mirror. Well, it's the same thing for our souls. Our souls are passing mirrors all the time. And instead of looking at it, saying, oh, that's me, we say, oh, no, that's not me. And we turn the blind eye to it. And then we wonder why we can't evolve to the next level. Mirrors are your evolution to the next fucking level. That's what they are. Now, at this retreat, the mirroring was crazy. I would be dealing with one woman. I kid you not. I would be addressing and correcting one woman. And then her mirror would start doing something to cause a distraction. And Spirit was like, she's doing it because she doesn't want to see the reflection. So I would call her out. I would say, hey, the reason why this is affecting you and why you're being a distraction is because you need to hear this so you can correct yourself. It even got weirder. It got weirder. I was correcting one woman while all the other ladies was in town getting some tacos or something like that. Now, they know goddamn well that I don't be liking all that shit at the goddess retreats, but I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. I feed them well. I feed them healthy food. We go vegan. We go plant-based at the goddess retreats. So if you come to my goddess retreat, don't be expecting no meat, but you can expect some good ass food. I'm going to cook you some motherfucking good ass food. You can expect that. So I'm dealing with one woman, and she is battling with me. She wants her healing, but let me tell you something. Healers tend to be serpents. They tend to be serpents, okay? That means that their healing medicine comes from the power of their tongue. That is what that means. And when they don't know that they are a healer, they are going to use their mouth to spew venom. When they recognize who they are, they're going to use their mouth to spew healing. Okay, so the young lady that I was correcting, I fucking already knew she was a fucking healer. She didn't know that shit, but I fucking knew that shit, okay? So while I'm trying to correct her, she's battling with me because she had surrounded herself with snakes that called themselves healers, but they would be giving her poison. So when she came to me and I'm trying to give her health, it looked like everything else. So she was resistant, and rightfully so. So I battled with this girl for about 2-3 hours. I don't know. And then I battled with her again the night before for about 6 goddamn hours. It was a hot goddamn mess. It really was. It really was. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to talk to you about this again. This is my last time fucking saying it. You either going to get it or you not going to get it. And I let it go. But here is what the universe was doing at this fucking retreat, you guys. A woman comes in, and everything that I was correcting this young lady about, I started correcting this woman on something completely, entirely different. And she was using the exact same verbiage. I kid you not. Not only was this woman using the exact same verbiage, she was using the exact same mannerisms. And it was like I was having a deja vu of the same experience I had had with one woman with this other woman. And this other woman that I had corrected earlier, she saw it, and she got up and she began to go upstairs because she was screaming, because she could not believe the magic that was happening in front of her eyes. She knew that that was her fucking mirror. And when she recognized, as I was correcting somebody else, she recognized the same sin that was in her, then she received her healing. She received it. She received it with joy. She received it with exuberance. It was kind of mind-blowing for her because it was literally like this woman had given this woman a script to say everything she had said, and she said, oh my God, now I see how I look. I didn't see how I looked before, but now I fucking see it. And then she began to thank this woman for being a mirror. You see, stop resisting your fucking mirrors. Stop resisting it. I was so proud of these women. When I began to talk to them, when they were seeing each other in each other, instead of saying, I don't see it and let me close my eyes, they opened their fucking eyes and they say, let me make some fucking corrections. That's what they did. And I had to do the same fucking shit. They were mirroring me. They were mirroring me. Listen, at my goddess retreats, I don't bring my son. I don't bring my son. I tell him he needs to go be with his daddy or something like that. But at this particular goddess retreat, I told my son, I said, hey, son, you need to go be with your daddy. And he said, I ain't going over there because they got weak Wi-Fi. They got weak Wi-Fi, mama. I ain't going over there. Okay. So I'm like, he gonna go over there. He gonna go over there because that is my agenda. I call my ex. He ain't answering the phone. He ain't answering the phone. So now I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I have to bring my 7-year-old son to the goddess retreat. Okay. But I didn't understand that what spirit does, everything that you see as a mistake, spirit has a purpose behind that shit. And if you can see it, you will receive the healing. So I show up with my son at the goddess retreat, okay? And the reason why I don't do that is because I know that I raised my son differently than other people raise their son. So all these women are now seeing the relationship between me and my son. They're seeing it. Now with me and my son, I don't allow adults to just talk to my son no any kind of way. No, I don't allow adults to say anything to my son. Because here's the thing. It takes a village to raise a child. But you got to know who your fucking village is. And just because you're an adult don't make you my child's village. It just does not. And I taught the ladies at the retreat, what is the difference between a village? What is the difference between a tribe? And what is the difference between a community? When it comes to correcting my child, that's village responsibilities. That is not tribe responsibilities. And that is not community responsibilities. So the ladies are seeing me how I interact with my son. And then they're watching this, and I didn't know that they had wounds with their children, and they needed to see my son needed to be there. He needed to be there. They needed to see a parent in action dealing with a child in 5D reality and not in 3D reality. That is what these women needed to see. So this mistake and this aggravation, I'm mad because he's here, but he needed to be here so these women could see something that they needed to see. You see, you have to learn how to flow with spirit. You have to learn how to do that, because if you start trusting in spirit and go with the flow of spirit, spirit will deliver you some magic that you wasn't even fucking expecting. From my son being at this retreat, I now understood I need to teach a parenting class. At my goddess retreats, I have to teach parenting. I got to do that because people need it, and I fucking needed it. I needed to know how to raise my daughter. I didn't know how to raise my daughter because nobody had taught me how to manage feminine energy, not femininity. Feminine energy and femininity are two different things. And the ladies at this retreat, they finally understood that shit. I began to teach them that feminine energy has a lot of masculinity in it. It has a lot of bravery in it. It has a lot of boldness in it. All I can tell you is that when you see your mirror, understand, you ain't 100 steps away from them. You are 2 steps away from them, whether it be bad or good. Whether it be bad or good. And you have a choice when you see your mirror to make a goddamn decision. Either I'm going to level up or I'm going to ignore it. That is your choice. But if you choose to ignore it, you cannot get mad when you don't fucking level up. I had a coach one time. I'll never forget him. I loved him. And then I began to see some things in him that I fucking hated. I fucking hated it. And it took me some time to realize the things that I hated in him, those things are in me. Those things are in me. So when I began to recognize that those things that I fucking hated in that man were in me, I said, okay, I see that the possibility of that energy pattern is in me. Let me go ahead and fix myself. And then when I began to fix myself, I no longer could be mad at him because I said, I understand why he got there, because there was a possibility that I would have made the same decisions as him. So then I was able to forgive. I was able to fucking forgive. I told a story at the retreat of my daughter. She was not able to forgive me. Now, I'm her mirror. Me and her are some fucking mirrors, okay? But she was not able to forgive me until she saw herself in the same situation. And when she saw herself in the same situation, then it was like, oh shit, now I see the mirror that my mom was giving me, and now I'm able to forgive. I'm hoping that this makes sense to you guys. Let me say good morning to some people over here, because I don't expect, I'm not going to give this one to on my public page. This video ain't going to be in my public page. It's going to be in both my groups, and if they ain't in my groups, they ain't going to fucking see. In fact, I might stop sharing on my public page altogether. So let me say good morning. Good morning, Jessica. How are you, honey? We did not get to take a picture together, but that's okay. I enjoyed you at the Goddess Retreat. Um, Grand Rising, great to hear you this morning. 5D parenting, that is an amazing idea. Yes, 5D parenting, that is exactly what was going on at the Goddess Retreat. And those ladies needed to hear it. They needed to heal in that area. They just didn't know what to do because they had never seen it. Okay. Mirroring is some powerful shit. I'm learning that it's such a helpful tool in helping others to see themselves. Yes, it is a helpful tool in helping them to see themselves, and it is a helpful tool in helping you to see yourself. I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. And for the ladies at the June Goddess Retreat, that shit did not go according to plan, but I am telling you, that was some magical shit at that Goddess Retreat. The amount of magic that was happening at that goddamn retreat, I'm befuddled. That if that's a word, I think that's a word. I'm befuddled by it. And I'm grateful to you girls. I love you, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.